Meantime, the other thing that they wanted us to talk about today was that the Prime Minister got together with, got the old band back together for the old Rudd Gillard Rudd years, about the people who used to run the defence system into the ground way back when. Well, they are now back to completely root and branch review the defence system going into 2022 and beyond, because if there's only one thing better than making a decision in Canberra, it's having a review.
The context in which this review takes place is well known. We live in an era where there's strategic competition and increased tension in our region, and where China has taken a more aggressive posture in the region.
But guess who they decided to put in as the person who will be leading up this review? The former Defence Minister, Stephen Smith, a Defence Minister who cut the defence budget when he was the Defence Minister, one who the Australian Defence Association says is one of the bottom 5 Defence Ministers of all time. Now, of course, most recently, this bloke who, by the way, already has a pension for life because he's on the old school political pension scheme, he's going to be paid how much by us today? Well, nobody bothered to ask. Nobody bothered to ask exactly how much money are we paying this bloke to actually do the review. He's already being paid a pension for life for being one of the worst defence ministers in our history. Now he gets to come back and review things, and I wonder if he'll conclude that we should do everything the same way they did in 2012. But of course, the reason this bloke gets a job is because Stephen Smith saved Albo's arse. Remember that first week of the election campaign, the cash rate, unemployment rate, all of that stuff? Well, an adult was sent into the room to help steady the ship, and did steady the ship, and of course they went on to win. That adult? Stephen Smith. Just imagine if it was the Liberal Party that decided to do something like that. Would we be hearing about it for 5 minutes or 5 months? Would it be being called a rort? Would it be being called jobs for the boys? Of course it would be. But it's just business as usual now that Albo and his mates are in charge, and there's jobs for all of the mates. Andrew Hastie, of course, served this country, and he doesn't like this appointment.
Australia is facing the most complex strategic environment in 70 years. And who does he send in to conduct the review? The bloke who did the biggest defence cuts in the last 70 years. Stephen Smith, the one-man Razor Gang.